Hello, welcome back to my channel, Smart Queen 7. I'm Jess, and we are back here in Final Fantasy XIV. However, today we are on my main character, because I thought maybe it would be more interesting to attempt to record conversation while doing more than just running around trying to find quests. So my husband has been trying to get a hat for his main, White Mage, and so I thought it would be fun if maybe we just ran through a dungeon, grinding for that item while we talk. Probably won't be super long today just because I do actually have an event to go to, virtually sit in on. But yeah, I thought this might be a little more fun to see if I can DPS and talk at the same time. Which brings us to the subject of today's video. Today I will be talking about class preferences. And as you might guess, I prefer DPS based classes. I'm going to go ahead and get queued and get in the dungeon, and then we will go ahead and get going. I still think that World of Darkness sounds like it should be like a Kingdom Hearts battle.
Yeah, it really does.
Okay, what group are we in?
I don't know yet.
Please don't be B. I'm still loading. C. Yay, okay.
As long as it's not B.
Like, I don't know why, but being in B is just so annoying. Welcome to the world of Hat. Eyeball of Doom is our featured attraction. Legit what we are here for. And as usual, I am behind on the group. Alright, so simultaneously while I'm talking, I have to remember what the frick boss is what, because it's been a few weeks since we did this. We legit spent a full frickin' day trying to get the White Mage hat to no avail. And we were a little done after that. Alright, so I have a super long history of definitely preferring DPS class. Even before I started playing MMOs, I always preferred games actually with melee DPS, just because I like that hack and slash sort of style of fighting. And definitely no stealth, no need to be able to like parry and dodge. I mean, I just want to be able to dive in and chop things up pretty much. Yeah, the only dodging I'm good at is if there's a dodge roll, and then I will spam the hell out of that. But any sort of like blocking techniques I am terrible with. Mine is, okay, there is one battle actually that I'm okay with blocking, and that's the first Kingdom Hearts game, fighting Wakka on the beach. I could turn that Blitzball right back on him, but that always seemed to be a fluke. Oh, okay, red, so next time blue. But once I started playing MMOs, my very first character, who I mained through the many years of playing WoW, was a rogue. And I'm not a very good rogue, because it took me years before I actually, like, really use stealth to its full extent. I'm more like the twin daggers aspect of it. But, yeah, not the best rogue out there. But I did eventually make a secondary character that was a warlock. And I've actually found that I really do enjoy ranged DPS, kind of staying out of the way of everything. So that's what I decided to go with on this character. I went with Bard because lately that has been what I've been kind of obsessed with. I haven't touched it for a while, but we did jump in on a D&D campaign, and I have a Bard character in that. But yeah, so, ooh. Am I gonna fail? Damn, I got double stacks. Yeah, talking and paying attention to mechanics is a little harder than I thought it was going to be, and we're just beginning. Still,
Yeah,
if
but
I
this
can...
fight is one of the most difficult fights in this whole dungeon. And it's
Yeah,
not
that's
even-
true.
it's
If I
not
can
even-
at least avoid Doom, that's the most important thing, right? No red
Doom
eyeballs.
is the biggest one.
And then the next game that we played, which was the Star Wars, once again, I went straight into melee DPS with a, let me see, I wrote it down, a Sith Warrior Marauder, because, you know, dual lightsabers, can't go wrong. But once again, I did get doomed. I knew that was gonna happen, trying to talk while doing this. Once again, went to a ranged DPS, which was an Imperial Agent, and I actually really enjoyed that class. The other... I guess it doesn't matter because I died. Then we got to Life is Strange, which is a completely different system of character creation. And I know it was blood magic. Did I do partial healing on that, Josh? Do you remember?
I don't remember. You may have.
We brought this guy down really fast, actually. I feel like I was partly spec'd for healing at one point while we were playing that game, but I don't
Possibly.
remember. If it
You
was,
may be able to off heal.
it wasn't. Yeah, it was an off heal. It wasn't a main heal. Because I have a terrible fear of having that much responsibility in a raid. Like, to be a tank or a healer,
Which is the only classes I ever play.
which is, yeah, Josh only ever plays tank or healer classes for the most part. But I think it's a lot of responsibility, and like, that's not what I'm about when I'm playing a game, you know? Like, I just want to come in and kind of spam and not worry about the rest. But, yeah. But I'm trying to change that. You may not think so, since both this character and my other character are DPS. But actually on my Viera, I want to, once she's leveled up enough, spec as an Astrologian, because I think that looks like a really cool class to play. So yeah, that's the main reason I haven't really played a whole lot of healer or tank options. But the other reason is it always feels really limited on like which classes you can choose from. Now there's been a lot more variety more lately, but early on, like, if you wanted to be a warrior, it was what, literally, or a tank, it was warrior.
For this game?
No, for World of Warcraft.
It's tank, paladin, and druid.
Yeah, warrior, paladin, druid. And paladin wasn't even until the first expansion.
No, for a horde, yeah.
For horde, yeah. And then healer, I think there was slightly more variety.
Shaman, priest, druid.
Shaman, priest, druid. So yeah, 3 and 3. And then in those classes, you could still DPS as any of those. So really, DPS always has such a full spectrum of choices to play as. And most of the time, those are just the ones that appeal to me. Woo! So yeah, between the responsibility and the lack of variety, I've never really geared towards playing a healer or a tank. I do have a third character that's actually set up to be a tank, so we'll see how far I get with her, or if she's just going to end up being a side jobs sort of peon for leatherworking and stuff. But I do want to try. I want to really try to branch out and try out some different stuff, and maybe take on some bigger responsibilities in raids and stuff. I'm actually considering doing a side job on this character, because the commendation system that you can get achievements and stuff through, it's really hard to get commendations as a DPS. The few that I've collected are usually on dungeons that I'm familiar with, and there's new people, and I freely discuss in chat, you know, the techniques for going through those dungeons. But yeah, unless you're taking an active voice in leading, DPS is extremely difficult, it seems like, to get commendations for. And I want them achievements, okay? So as far as tank goes, I have a Marauder right now. Whoa, what did I run into? I was trying to run out of the ice. As far as the tank classes go, I'm super interested actually in the Gunbreaker class because, you know, Gunblades. One of my favorite cosplays is Squall from Final Fantasy VIII, and I think it's really cool that they brought that in actually as a tank. So I have a feeling that that's what I'm going to end up being for whatever my main tank is. And like I said, the Astrologian I think is a really interesting class. Have they had that you know of in any of the previous Final Fantasy games, that sort of mechanic?
For the Astrologian?
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of.
Now, I haven't played every single Final Fantasy game, so I could just be forgetting something. But I cannot think of any character. No, unless it's one of the early ones. The earliest one... I'm a bad Final Fantasy player. The earliest one I've played is indeed 7. I've
played 5 and 6 and 3.
5, 6, and 3.
I don't remember seeing an Astrologian in those 3, but it's been so long since I've played them. So
BRC. Oh no, we lost a bunch of our people onto other platforms. I guess maybe they don't know the ABC rule. The first time we came into a dungeon that had the ABC setup, we definitely went to the wrong platform. And luckily we were in a group with enough people and enough experienced players that it didn't matter. But yeah, sometimes there is definitely a learning curve. And then I have one more class that I'm super interested in, and it is, I think it's DPS.
A dancer?
No, well, yes, I do want to do dancer probably, but no, I'm actually referring to Blue Mage.
Oh, it's an everything kind of class.
It's an everything sort of class. I just like it because it always kind of appears in a different way. The one that always stands out, okay, there's 2 that always stand out the most to me, and they're both from 10. Well, 10 and 10-2, and that's Kimahri's Lancet ability, and then, of course, Yuna's Blue Mage Gun Mage? I don't remember the actual name. Gun Mage?
I believe it was.
Those 2. And I know that it's appeared in different forms in other ones. But yeah, I really want to make a Blue Mage probably on this character, just because that's going to be the easiest for me. But I think it'll be fun to play with and go steal mobs' abilities and then use them on them. Because I imagine, I think that's what it is. That's always how it is. You go find the mobs that have the abilities and then... Oh no!
C was not supposed to be stomach.
No, we're supposed to be chains. But I got eaten by a plant. Actually, if I've only died 2 times so far, I think that's pretty good. Because I really thought that I was going to die over and over and over. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I really am interested in seeing how the Blue Mage mechanic works in this one. So we shall see. And okay. Alright, so I think I am going to wrap this up. A little short, but you know what? Not every video has to be long, right? Just a quick little chit chat about being a chicken and only ever playing DPS, but wanting to fix that. Okay, we are riding the struggle bus just a little bit, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for watching. I know it was a little short, but I'm hoping to see you again in the next one, which hopefully will be a little bit longer. So, thanks, and I'll see you next time.